Okay, hi everyone. This is Andy at the property, and this is my Facebook page. And if you are first time here in the Facebook page, right, I'm just gonna tell you about my background. And I've been in the real estate industry in Singapore for the past 13 years, and this is something that I've been doing for a while, and I've accumulated quite a bit of experience, and also at the same time, the number of cases that I actually handle is already quite a lot. And I would like to share this experience via my Facebook page, so that if you're looking for property investment or looking to actually add more property into your portfolio, you can always reach out to me. And videos wise, I will be doing this on a weekly basis. All right. So every Monday and Friday, I will talk on different topics, and also at the same time, in terms of different type of strategy or in terms of property strategy that you can actually apply to. Right. So if you have any topic that you wish to actually know, you can always reach out to me via my WhatsApp, and I will probably be able to advise, and also at the same time I'll be able to address it on the Facebook uh, videos as well. So that's something that I believe that I can reach to more people, and in order to actually help people in terms of property investment, right? We know that a lot of us like to have property as an investment and probably a form of retirement. So this is something that I believe that it's something that for Singaporeans is very very good in terms of buying property in Singapore. And you can actually see the different type of trend that's happening now, and what are the more popular in terms of projects that's actually launching, right? Whether it's the location or it's one of a kind. These are very important factors in terms of buying property, right? So this is my background, and this channel is actually to actually help more people, right? I will give more education in terms of property, education, right? So the reason why I want to do this is because in Singapore, we are caught like in between, right? Because a lot of us, and in fact most of us, own at least one property, right? And versus the other countries like the European countries, they're more on leasing property from uh, owners. So it's a very different kind of perspective, and also at the same time. But the issue now we have is when you own a HDB, right, or own a property, a single property, it doesn't mean that you are good at understanding property investment, right? I'll like to relate that to in terms of other kind of businesses as well. So sometimes we know a bit, but we may not be expert in it, right? So I would like to just share experience based on that, and the cases that I've actually come across. So this is the reason why I want to actually do this on a weekly basis. And I hope that you can actually find some value in what I share, and share this out and to help more people, and to probably strategize on buying property, and probably the years down, you'll be able to own more property, as a portfolio. So my background is also a business owner, so I run e-commerce business as well. So if you find that I can actually add value to you, you can always talk to me about business as well. Okay, so I'm just gonna change this. Give me a minute. And today's topic we're gonna talk about is actually on HDB property. All right. So this question is, can you hold on to HDB property as a long-term investment? So it's always a question that is HDB valuable, in the long-term investment basis, because most of us in Singapore, right, our first property will probably be a HDB, and some people would jump straight away to EC, all right, executive condominium, all right. So there's always a choice in terms of these two kind of property as a first-time investment. Today I'm going to talk about HDB property. All right. So HDB property itself, is only for Singaporeans, and this is something that I believe that is something that is unique as well to our country, right? So Singapore market is just unique on its own, right? So it gives you an opportunity for you to earn firsthand on, purchasing a property, because you do realize that when you buy the HDB as a subsidized rate in terms of subsidized price, right? You do have the opportunity to earn, right? And of course, the margin in terms of the profit itself depends on how much you buy and how much people are willing to purchase from you after the MOP period, right? So for Singapore property, in terms of HDB, there's a minimum occupation period of 5 years. Right? In some cases, you can actually apply if you to sell off, on an earlier basis, but it's of course case to case, right? So as a HDB property, we have to look at a few factors. All right, HDB property itself is government owned. All right, so basically you lease from the government. So a lot of us may think that, oh, actually I buy the property, but the actual fact is you actually lease from the government, right? But it gives you the opportunity to actually sell it off, right? When the lease is still remaining, the remaining lease. So in this case, you can't top up the lease, of course, right? And this is something that a lot of us would think that, okay, I own it, especially probably the older folks. They may think that, oh, I own a HDB, I want to live until all the way until I pass on. So this is always a perception, right? But in fact, HDB itself will give you an opportunity to leverage on buying another property as well, right? But you have to see how it works, because one thing very important is you got to understand that HDB, right? When no matter how much profit you have, right, you cannot realize it until you sell it, right? Whereas versus, right, private property, if you have a certain profit, okay, you can always, do a remortgage, right? We call it gear up, if you want to put it in another manner, right? To actually mortgage this property to another bank, and remove and maybe take out a bit of the profit from there. So this is something that HDB you can't do that. Right? The reason is because this in place to prevent speculation as well. Right? So, and of course, it's the value of property they've got to maintain according to the market as well, market standard as well. So there's always a gap between a new HDB, right, that is newly purchased from HDB, Housing and Development Board, as compared to a resale. So there's always a price gap, right? So that's the reason. And of course, you can actually get the subsidized rate, and of course CPF reduction, CPF grant from that, right? So the thing is, HDB allows you to actually be purchased directly from HDB, all right, as a subsidized rate. Or another option is to buy from a resale market and use the CPF grant to cut off a bit of the amount that you actually buy. And of course, is when you use that CPF grant, you're going to return it when you sell your property, right? So this is kind of like a subsidized opportunity for Singaporeans. Okay, so to hold the property in terms of HDB for a long period of time, what will happen? Okay, you do realize that actually a lot of times when you buy the HDB property, all right, probably the first 10 years, up to maybe 20 years, you will be able to see quite a substantial profit, right? But the thing is, because many cases, right, a lot of purchasers, they actually use their CPF. So what happened is actually the amount of profit that they earn is actually all being converted, if you want to put it in that way, converted into CPF. The reason is because they hold it for a long period of time. And to use HDB as a long-term investment, probably up to a certain point, I would say, but if you were to hold it until, like more than 30 years, the amount of profit that you actually be able to see as compared to a private property you hold for 30 years is totally different, right? Because there's always a maximum amount of how much, this property can, HDB property can actually appreciate, right? So this is all both very different kind of property purchase, right? But of course, as a first-time investment, this is probably something that you can actually, add on, in terms of your property purchase, right? So long-term wise, may not be ideal, all right? But of course, it's HDB, you cannot remortgage, so that's already a minus point already, right? Because whatever profit you have to sell it off, right? So it's a stepping stone towards, for newlyweds, it's a stepping stone for you to actually start your property investment journey, right? So this is the important facts that you got to know in terms of HDB property. Okay, so HDB property wise, in terms of another aspect, which is the rental returns, could be the percentage could look very, very high, but of course it's still you can only get a cash flow of rental, right? So buying a property, HDB property after it rent it out after the MOP period, it could be a good choice as well for you if you are just looking at cash flow, right? So this is something that a lot of people, a lot of Singaporeans does it, and they keep the HDB property and they stay in a private condominium and rent out the HDB. Okay, so this is something in terms of cash flow is probably a viable option. Okay, and I think from here you'll be able to see that as a investment or as a property investment, HDB could be profitable up to a certain stage. So this sometimes is up to the individual what they perceive, all right, in the long run. Okay, but of course, is if you look at the money that's been stuck inside, right? For example, you buy a 400,000 HDB, and then 400,000 once you pay up is still a 400,000, right? And it could maybe appreciate up to maximum 500,000-600,000, So or maybe slightly higher, but it will not go through to $1 million. So this is something that I would say that there's always a max, there's always a ceiling towards, and HDB probably the ceiling will be much lower in terms of capital appreciation. Okay, so I hope that this information that I shared to you probably will actually help you in that aspect of property investment. So I hope that it can help you, right? So I'm gonna share more topics down the road, and I hope to see you soon. All right. So you have any questions? You have any things about property investment? All right. You can always reach out to me. All right, via WhatsApp. I will be able to answer you in terms of property investment. Okay, so if you're looking for new launch or new project launches, reach out to me because we have a lot of projects that's on the pipeline that's rolling out. So especially those that is very prime location in terms of near to MRT, near to malls and integrated development. These are very well sought after new launches project or a new launch project. So get information from me, and I'll be able to help you on this. All right. So I'd like to thank you for going through this video. And I hope it's not too. I hope that is well enough for you to actually make a decision in buying property. Okay. So I'm gonna see you very soon. Right. And any question, you can always reach out to me. Okay. This is Andy at the property. Bye bye.